Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I talk a good talk, but I'm a...
Yeah.
You're a douchebag down deep. Wait, did I just say that? Are we live? Testing again. I think we're good. Yeah, you good, Mike? You good over there?
Do.
Are we live over there? Are we live right there?
I don't see that doing anything.
Oh my God.
Stream health is good. Yes, we're doing stuff.
It ain't easy being this cheesy.
What's the deal here?
Or greasy.
Hey, they find it's easy to be greasy.
Yeah, just stop showering.
Just rub handfuls of butter all over myself.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Big old handfuls of butter.
You know, coconut oil.
Mobo coconut oil.
There you go. Get yourself all kind of Patrick Swayze like.
Smells good too.
If you like coconut, yeah.
Yeah, if you hate coconut, then it probably smells like ass. But
that looks like it's doing its thing. It's blinking red.
All the indicators going. It's just not showing on my screen, so I'm doubting it.
Is it loading?
No, that just says stream health.
Yeah.
That's how quickly it's going up, which is 2,500 kilobits a second. Kilobits.
Sounds like it's just recording.
Yeah, well, fuck. I guess we'll find out. Is anybody on Facebook? They could look.
I am on there right now, and I can take a look.
What's it say? I'm out of my head. Oh, hooray. Or I may be dead.
I'm logged into my account. I'm not logged into one of the other ones. Yeah. It says you were live 9 minutes ago.
Oh, my God. So we're not like live streaming right now. It says we are.
I think it might be the...
Crazy. Oh.
There was...
No, I think we're recording.
Oh, that looks fucking nice, too.
Crazy.
Oh, is it up?
Well, I mean, it's like a 3-minute clip. Or a 3-second clip, even.
Right now.
Nice.
It was briefly live, and then it disconnected or something.
Posted by GoPro.
Oh, my goodness. Is it doing anything? Can I? I don't know what's going on around me.
It's all good.
Should I stop it?
No.
Does it look like it's actually doing something?
I don't know.
It's not streaming. I don't see anything.
No.
Let me go to your. Let me see if I can go to your profile directly and see if it shows you live streaming.
This is brand new technology.
It says live 3 minutes. So, yeah.
No, it says was live 10 minutes ago. Unless it says.
I wonder if we're just having bad
Some lag or whatever?
lag. Oh, yeah. I just did that.
Okay, so it is a thing?
It's now playing.
Oh, so maybe it's just laggy.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. Are we live, Todd?
I'm going to hit the button right now.
Todd, are we live?
We are now
What?
live.
Wait, we're recording?
We are recording.
Recording everywhere. Oh, my
yes.
goodness.
I mean, this is top of the pops.
High tech.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I'm a reincarnated Amish person, I think. Because any kind of technology, I'm just like, ebbity.
How do the Amish make those little heaters? If they don't do technology, right? Have you seen those heaters? They put out like 20,000 BTU or something, where they got fucking gerbils in there just losing their minds trying to keep up with the...
You get a little...
Don't turn it up, man!
You have a little Jurassic gerbil in there, like from the Flintstones. It's a living.
But you don't got to feed him, so it's like, I don't know. The Amish are tight with God, I know that, but damn.
Well, I don't know what the heaters are. I've not heard of the Amish heaters, but...
Yeah, they used to be in the back of all the magazines and stuff, you know. Oh, buy the Amish heater. It's like a wood fake fireplace. It's just like a space heater.
Oh, that, yeah.
Fancy wood.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now.
So,
yeah, I don't think those are actual Amish heaters. I think
no, probably not.
Probably branded Amish because it comes out of Pennsylvania or some shit.
Yeah.
Amish country.
Amish country. You got Mike? You got headphones? Mike, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Oh, God.
You got to push it up in there.
I mean, it's up in there.
Ooh.
We need to get you better cables.
We do. You think it's the cable?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't really need headphones. Just We're all right here. Am I too close to the mic right now? What do you say, fellas?
No, actually sounds good.
Like right there, within a couple inches, you're good.
Boom. All right.
You're good. As long as you don't lean back, you're fine.
Oh,
good.
Posture.
Yeah.
Posture.
So, anyway, as I was saying,
Yes.
John Travolta and Scott Glenn are like feuding over Deborah Winger because who the hell wouldn't feud over Deborah Winger? And there's a $5,000 prize for riding this mechanical bull thing, which never really seems to go all that fast. Anyway, Scott Glenn gets busted for, stealing Gilly's payroll money or something, and Travolta and Deborah Winger get back together. But that's why we got another 30 or 40 years of country music. That was the impetus for
Urban Cowboy.
Urban Cowboy.
It was like the impetus
I
for
thought it was,
getting country music back.
I thought it was
in.
Kenny Rogers that brought country back.
With Highway to the Danger Zone.
Well, what Kenny
That's Kenny
Rogers?
The chicken guy.
Yeah,
Yes.
the
Who had a
gambler.
hit song
Gambler,
in every of the last 6 decades.
Yeah.
Something amazing.
Yeah.
Because he started out as a soft rock guy, right? With
Had a
he
weird
was-
song.
He
To
did.
stop by to see what condition my condition was in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's
something
psychedelic rock or whatever, kind of.
I mean, he
on that
was
bandwagon.
he was pop country before Garth Brooks,
Yeah.
like back in the 70s.
Yeah, 70s
He's the one.
and 80s.
He's the one that made that a thing.
80s was when country really went pop, though,
Yes,
right?
Dwight Yoakam.
Dwight Yoakam and
Yoakam.
Garth
Randy
Brooks,
Travis.
and Reba McEntire and all that.
I actually worked crowd control at Snoqualmie Casino back in 2012 when Dwight Yoakam was there, and I was like, I really don't like country music. Can I sit in the back by the doors, making sure people don't come back here? They're like, no, we're gonna have you up front.
Yeah,
I'm like, I was
dig Dwight.
I was
I'm
like,
1,000 miles from nowhere.
oh god,
yeah, you could do a
Time don't matter to me.
you could do a Dwight tribute.
I could.
please don't.
I don't look good in the cowboy hat, though.
No,
So-
and he's been in a couple. Well, he was in Sling Blade.
He was in Sling Blade, and he was in.
Wasn't he also in the Tornado movie too? Wasn't he playing like a dumb redneck in that one?
Twister.
Twister, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been in a few. I mean, he shows up, right?
Yeah.
And stuff. Because
Yeah, and
Albino Gator with Faye Dunaway. Right? Is that Faye Dunaway?
What?
Yeah.
Well, I
He's
don't
in
know
that.
this one.
Oh, it's a trippy movie where he's a thief.
Okay.
Professional.
Dwight Yoakam.
Yeah. It's a good movie.
All right.
Albino Gator.
So yeah, I sat through 3 hours of his music. The one time I was like, okay, this is not bad. He was doing a cover of an Aerosmith song.
Yeah, right on. Because they're all rockers at heart, right? They all want to be.
I mean, I don't think he wanted to be a rocker. His jeans were spray painted on.
Yeah.
It was super tight.
That's how I roll, too.
Yeah.
Wranglers.
It's because I'm so fat. My jeans fill out.
And he has to wear the Stetson because he's got a 5 head.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, just embrace the vibe.
embrace it.
I can't go outdoors without a hat on due to FAA regulations. My forehead is so big and shiny that airplanes can
No, he makes you look you have a full head of hair.
Nice. Hey, guys, how's it going?
Hey, fine. Good to see you.
Hey, did you have a
Glad
good
we got
week and all that? Anyway,
80s country
we are
gossip out of the way.
Our Town podcast coming at you live,
Yes.
maybe, from the historic Renton Civic Theater in beautiful downtown Renton, Washington.
Yeah, mid-production.
Mid-production, yeah. We got back on the stage because rehearsals are done and they're doing the show. So here we are, and I'm really digging. And someday when we grow up and get our own studio, I'd love to have these glittery things that are behind us. They're kind of cool.
We want to look like we're in a late 70s action movie.
I was thinking like a flapper dance or something, right?
Yeah, this
It's
is
very
a 20s, 30s thing right here, yeah.
No, this just
that
screams
anyway.
disco to me.
This screams Great Gatsby to me.
Or you know what? What was that show that Dionne Warwick was the host of?
Psychic Friends?
No, Solid Gold.
Solid Gold.
Was she the host of Solid Gold?
She was
for a while?
entirety of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's great.
I thought
I
there
love
was
that
a
show.
dude
Yeah, we
that
just
hosted
lost
that.
Burt Bacharach, and so he and Dionne Warwick sold, what, 50 million records?
Yeah.
Together? Like a lot of records.
Yeah.
One of my favorite Elvis
Yeah, but the aesthetic
Costello
of,
albums is
sure.
Burt Bacharach
Yeah.
duet.
It's a cool aesthetic, though.
And Burt Bacharach got a resurgence when he made that appearance on the second of the 3 Austin Powers movies.
Powers,
Oh, yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
He's
And
on
Elvis
that,
was in that one, too.
double-decker bus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same exact movie. Elvis
I bet that
Costello
was
was in
about that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put out that album together
Sure.
at that time, so.
Yeah, and Elvis Costello, he's a good guy.
Yeah. Anyway, here we are, episode number 10.
Oh, wow.
X.
Which
yeah.
is really 11, but who's counting
Yeah.
for
It's
sure.
still monumental.
How was everybody's week?
She's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, no, I've been playing around on my phone and on the computer this week and thinking around with things. I set up the If Then website, which is essentially a thing that if you do this, then it will do that kind of thing. And if you
It's causality.
yeah, it's a really cool site. You can set it up with a bunch of different things. Back when it was free for everything, now they limit you to like two things you can do unless you pay money for it. Then you can have unlimited. But I used to have it set up so that it would like repost everything from Facebook to Twitter, and then any photos that were posted to Facebook, they automatically would get posted to
one-stop shop. You drop
Instagram.
it there.
Yeah, and you can still, but you have to set this all up. It doesn't automatically come that way. Although some people save their things, and you can copy theirs and make your own. And so, but I have it set to. Every time a new episode drops on Anchor, it automatically posts to Facebook. So as soon as something new shows up on the feed, it will post it to Facebook. I also have it set to save to the Google Drive anytime someone posts a photo. That way I don't have to say, "Hey, Charles, send me that picture."
Yeah.
So,
well, right on.
yeah. So then
Technology.
I have
that's
I have
really
like
neat.
6 pictures in there that I should post on Instagram now.
Yeah. And real quick, speaking of technology, I made some AI pictures of
saw
us,
that.
and I'll put one right here,
Oh, is that what that was?
and I'll put one right there. Boop. And we'll put one maybe up here.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, isn't that fun?
Yeah.
I
Gotta
set
love
it
the
to
post editing stuff, right?
Yeah, I want to set it to like the figure image, right? So it makes you look like an action figure kind of thing, and that's what it came up with.
I did like the Funko Pop one.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Much more realistic.
What about you, Mike? What was your week
Well,
like?
geez, I was working outdoors, which is fine.
that's good. A little chilly, but
A little bit, and I got rained on a bunch yesterday, and then just as I finished up, the sun popped out. I was like,
Naturally.
thank you.
Yeah.
But that was, the job I'm on is a deck repair, right? And so
okay.
a lot of the posts, a lot of the treated material had either rotted or got ants in it, which is not supposed to happen.
not good, yeah.
And it's not even, it's like 12 years old. So
Yeah.
I think it was a bad run of either chemical or whatever they
Whatever they used to
imbue
treat
in
it.
that pressure treated stuff. Yeah.
Did you replace it with the text deck?
The
stuff
decking
or
itself
anything?
is a Trex style product, a
Okay.
composite style product.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
love
fancy
that
word
stuff.
for plastic,
Yeah.
but I love that stuff. Oh,
It's
yeah.
all recycled though, right? Yeah, so-
I think now. So if this was
Yeah.
12 years ago, I don't know. Probably.
The
But,
product that you replaced was.
Yeah, no, so that material's okay. It's the underlayment stuff.
Okay.
It's the 2x8s and
Gotcha.
the 4x4 posts.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just weird. Just weird to me. Yeah. But
What are you gonna do?
yeah, no, well, life goes on. Life it finds a way. He was
right
right
on.
all along. Yeah.
Right on. So
and then
you're
I got a
getting little
GoPro.
workout. Yeah,
so,
you got the GoPro.
which is right there. So
which
I'm
we're
trying-
hoping is working.
Yeah.
I-
trying to
It
figure
is
that out.
working.
My God, it's a Christmas miracle, people.
It's live on the actual Facebook page for the
Yeah.
podcast. So
Oh,
Oh.
God.
See,
Which leads
a bunch
me to
of
my
old
next
guys.
point. I know, I'm telling you. And this, I'm spending my child's inheritance.
Yes.
So give me some money.
Right.
Pay us. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed.
No.
Just send us small amounts of money.
Yeah, because it's not like we're bathing in 20s, right?
No,
at
not-
home,
not at all.
We're buying new equipment
Yeah,
to make
yeah.
ourselves better.
Yeah. I gave them the podcast bug. It's all my fault.
Yes. Well, no, and I mean this. Thank you.
No, podcasting can be a lot of fun. In the last year, I've started doing live streams like this, and we're growing, I think, because of it. So yeah.
Well, right on. Yeah,
and my buddy does unboxings and such because he, John Hill of Hills of Comics, so he'll get something neat sent to him in the mail that he got somewhere else, and it's just a joy to watch him unbox toys and such because he's just delighted by it.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's great.
Nice.
Hey, a quick shout out to D-Pad here in D-Pad Retro Gaming here in Renton is going to have the Red Ranger from Power Rangers from the 90s at D-Pad this Friday.
Oh.
That's awesome.
Wow, that's a get.
Yeah.
That's a good gig.
Yeah. All right. Well, a lot happening in the world since we last chatted, the three of us.
Yeah.
The biggest, saddest news is we had a death, and we had a couple of guys that ended up in the hospital that are probably on death's door. So the one that died was Richard Belzer, who you may know from SVU, Law and Order.
Sure.
John Munch, I think his character is, something like that.
He played the same character in like 7 different shows.
Yeah.
That's
For
neat.
like 23 years, he was that character.
One of the great stand-ups.
Yeah.
And I read his book on stand-up.
Oh, did you really?
Oh, yeah, no, that guy's great.
He was so funny. I used to watch him on Comedy Central back in the day, and he's hilarious.
Yeah. So he passed away.
And a UFO guy.
Yes, I think his girlfriend, his longtime live-in, was more so maybe, but he was a conspiracy guy and that stuff. I think he died in like the south of France.
Oh, Belzer did?
Yeah.
Oh, geez, I don't know. That's not a terrible place to go.
Nice, right? Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Go die out where the dude from the Doors died, right?
Well, he died in Paris, but
France is France.
Closer than Cleveland, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just like it's out in the boonies.
Yeah. And then our beloved number something president, I couldn't even tell you, but Jimmy Carter.
He was the one before
Reagan.
Before Reagan, yeah.
After Ford, before Reagan. One-term guy, but from Georgia, but just a sweetheart of a guy, and probably, arguably, the best ex-president that the country's ever seen as far as being moral and
decent
doing the right thing.
He's doing quality acts.
Spent many years, he and his wife and his family, doing stuff for Habitat for Humanity.
Famously,
stuff like that, raising money for him and all that good stuff. So it's sad. He's not passed away, but he's in hospice. But he's 98.
Yeah, and made the choice to just go out with his family. Right? So he went home and he's just gonna pass with his family.
And Rosalind's still going. So
still a looker. But they're good. They're good human beings. They really are
very good human beings. Yeah,
and that's shown in his actions. And I'm still, I wasn't as much of a political junkie then as I am today because I was 6. But I remember he had trouble. His cabinet quit, and but he was also facing like 18% inflation.
Right.
You know what I mean?
The OPEC
just kind of stumbling through the OPEC thing. It's like didn't really learn a lesson from that, did we?
Right.
Right. And don't forget, he lost because of Iran-Contra.
Right.
The dark forces of the U.S. government really did bribe the bad guys in Iran.
And screwed him over.
Yeah.
For the election.
To keep our guys.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's heinous.
Yeah.
And we lost a SEAL team, or not SEALs.
It was a commando
Delta
Force or something like that with the helicopter, right?
Yeah.
It crashed in a storm or something.
Black Hawk Down kind of shit.
Yeah,
but it was a rescue mission that just didn't pan out.
Yeah, no, it was a nightmare. But I mean, we should never forget that was illegal, immoral, and gross. Iran-Contra is a real thing, people.
Yeah.
And it was awful.
Yeah.
And nobody really went down for it.
Nobody.
Not really.
No, not at all.
It's awful. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, and then the other guy that you guys will all know is Tom Sizemore, who's 61, ended up in the hospital with a brain aneurysm.
Oh, geez, bummer.
And he's in critical condition, last I heard, so I haven't heard if anything.
I always get him and Madsen mixed up.
I do too.
Yeah.
But Sizemore, some huge movies, right? Black Hawk Down, I think Todd mentioned earlier. We had Heat, which is one of my favorite movies.
Well, I'm gonna have to Google this guy because I recognize the name, but I don't.
Is it nice Saving Private Ryan. He looks like Michael Madsen. He's like, the fuck I do, man.
Yeah, I think Sizemore went through some drug issues. I think it was Robert De Niro that actually drug him to the rehab and said in like early 2000s said you got to get your ass into rehab, and took him down there himself. But he's kind of doing the paycheck movies now, right? Kind of the doing whatever movie you want to pay me $20,000 for 2 days of filming. Great, I'm there, kind of a thing. So I mean, good gig.
Wait, is that an option somewhere? Anybody?
Can we sign up for that? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That guy.
I don't know if I've seen him in anything.
Well, I mean, have you seen Saving Private Ryan? Have you seen True Romance?
He was in Cobra Kai, so I definitely saw him there.
Was he in Cobra Kai?
Yeah.
Oh.
I haven't watched the last couple seasons.
No, it's great. But I remember Sizemore being.
He played JT Taggart in Cobra Kai, so he may have been in one of the original Kung Fu Karate Kid movies.
I don't remember him there, but I'll take your word for it.
I'm 61? Looking at
61.
Yeah, not interesting.
Way too young. Yeah.
I guess, but if he's been partying hardy, it's like, and who knows if that did or not? Because some people, that's not what does them in, right? It's like, and I don't know. Man,
I mean, Nikki Sixx is still alive, right?
And millions of different systems doing all sorts of different shit all the time. It's astounding that we last at all.
Right, yeah.
Actually, I think of the movies he's in, I think the only one I know I've seen is Strange Days. The rest of them I'm not familiar with.
He's a creeper in that. And I thought it was Madsen.
Yeah.
See?
Oh, that's right,
Yeah, no, that's one of my favorite movies, actually. It's just rough. I have to, like, you know? But it's good.
It looks like he's done a lot of really bad sci-fi and horror movies.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, is that $20,000 for a weekend? Anybody?
It's probably enough to like feed his habit for a day.
Well, in other news, I read an article that talked about, and Mike's one of Mike's guilty pleasures, the mayor himself, is Enya, and there is a thing called Enyacore out there where young people are getting really into Enya music and sort of that whole mythological, I don't know what you'd call it, the gothy thing. It's called Whimsygoth, right? It's like wearing the Renaissance Fair stuff.
Sure.
Right? Mike, are we going to see you in a big ruffled shirt?
So, like, black Renaissance clothing or just Renaissance clothing in general?
I didn't get that deep into it, to tell you the truth.
I'm going to have to now. These could be my people.
Because honestly, it just sounds like regular goth to me. It doesn't sound like it's anything new.
Yeah,
I know. I knew a bunch of the Seattle goth people from the late '90s, and I don't know if any of them are still around, but a lot of them were like Victorian era type shit.
But all black, right?
It's a cool aesthetic.
Black and white, usually.
Bat cavers.
Oh yeah. Before they were called goth, they were bat cavers. I remember that. Yeah.
What was that club down on the Ave?
The Vogue, man.
The Vogue.
No, on the Ave, it was the Underground, right?
Was it the Underground? Yeah.
Oh, the Ave over in U District. Gotcha.
Yeah.
But there was also Mercury Room recently, right?
Mercury, is that still around?
I don't know.
I have a membership there.
Oh.
I used to go with some friends.
Yeah, that was right next door to a practice place.
It's a private club. You have to be a member to go in.
That's nice.
Yeah. Like early 2000s, I was going with my friends like every weekend, and they finally said, "Do you just want to become a member so you can just come whenever you want?" I was like, "Sure." And I got membership, and then I went twice after that.
Does membership have its rewards?
Just being able to go in without being sponsored by somebody.
All right. What kinds of things would you do inside?
It's just a dance club with alcohol. It's a private club, though. It's one of the few places you can actually smoke inside.
Oh,
yeah.
That's true, because it's private. You can... Yeah.
Yeah, is that still a thing?
I don't know. Probably.
Yeah.
Geez, that's kind of
I think the last time I went to the Mercury was like 10 years ago. And still all the same music and stuff, which is not terrible. I mean, but You know,
Yeah.
no, nothing like
That's
that.
where the ghost of Tom Sizemore would be.
No, that would be
Partying it up.
that would be in a warehouse someplace in Soto.
with light sticks.
No, it's a go. Oh, yeah.
The system is down.
Oh, it's
The system
mind-numbing.
is
Yeah.
down.
Mind
Plus, I'm
numbing.
older than like the security guys there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like my hair is older than the patrons.
Yeah,
It's
there's
not
a
it's too much.
meme that goes around.
Your
that-
whiskers are older.
Yeah.
There's a meme going around with Andrew Dice Clay all dressed in leather, and it says something about how the young people see me at a punk rock show, and he's like making a fist, and he's all in leather jackets and stuff. I'm like, yeah,
Who was
pretty
this?
much. Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh, Andrew Dice Clay,
A picture
okay.
of him. Anyway,
Hickory dickory duck. This chick was. Yeah.
Yeah. He had his minute, though.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah,
he
he did.
made a movie, Fort
Dude.
Fairlane.
Fort
right?
Fairlane.
Yeah.
And actually, that wasn't a terrible movie. He's been in stuff recently too. He was in the remake of Stars Born. He played Gaga's dad.
And he was in a TV show, but I'm trying to remember what it was.
He made an appearance
He's
on
on like Pee-wee's Big Adventure or one of them, right? But just as Andrew Clay. He's in
Yeah.
one of those.
He made an appearance on the Gene Simmons family reality show called Gene Simmons Family Jewels, and his son apparently had a huge crush on his daughter, on Gene's daughter.
Oh, Andrew Clay's son had a
Yeah,
crush on
and he's like,
yeah.
and he's not doing the Andrew Dice Clay shtick on camera. He's just
that was the Dice.
He's like, he's
persona.
you know,
Yeah.
you know, one Jewish father to another kind of thing to Gene, and Gene's like, dude, whatever. He never said anything mean to Dice or anything, but you could tell he's like, get your scrub of a son out of here, kind of thing.
Oh,
It's so
mean
funny.
Gene.
And Gene Simmons' daughter is a looker. She's not a bad,
Sophie, yeah, no, she's
attractive young woman.
I mean, she's the daughter of Shannon Tweed.
Shannon Tweed, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
So at least she's got half of that. Gene Simmons.
She's got Shannon's looks.
Yeah, for the most
For
part.
sure.
Yeah. So what were we talking about? Enyacore. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
Well, I'm going to do some
So it's
soul
like
searching.
etherical, like hippy dippy kind of Celtic music that's
Yeah.
now got its
I
own
mean,
genre.
there's lots of Celtic music to choose from, people, right?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it is, and hers is kind of the least authentic because it's all like, and the cool thing about it, it's 48 tracks, right? She's using them all. It's just layered and layered and layered, but it's all synthesizers, right?
is that
It's not
what
like
it is?
it's not naturally found in the woodlands.
And then she sings
right?
over it, right?
Yeah, no, it's great, and it's just
Is she
great
singing
stuff.
like Gaelic or
Gaelic
something?
typically, yeah, and some
Okay.
older languages as well.
Okay.
Yeah, she's cool. And very gifted. She really
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
But that being said, it's not like traditional instruments or there's no wooden flutes or antler bone fucking things or
No,
pipes
it's
or
all
stuff like that.
electronic. Yeah, it's
which is great though. But that's
it's essentially just really kind of ethereal, kind of
Yeah.
EDM.
Yeah.
You know, very kind of, you know.
Yeah.
You
But it's
almost
the layering that gives it its quality.
It gives the goth kids a reason to do that willow tree dance where they just kind of like do this.
nice.
Nice. And you can't be angry when Enya's in the
I
background,
would
can
think
you?
So no, it's kind of a sedative.
Yeah.
It does kind of mellow people out.
It's
I
like
think
a
it's,
natural
Every day to
ambient
get my kid to go to bed, man. But then I guess he got conditioned to it also. So it's like Enya plus Pavlov.
Why is my mouth watering?
Yeah.
What is going-
it's like
Yeah.
I can just see somebody wanting to go to an Enya show and starting a mosh pit just for funsies.
Yeah, right on. All right. Well, in other news, I found this kind of interesting. I saw an article about this. The Native American population in the last, I think it's 10 years, has increased about 87%.
Cool.
Which sounds great, but it's not because of the birth rate has gone up, and it's not because, native peoples that have moved out of the
people
country are
stealing their
moving
land again.
back. It's because white people are now identifying as Native American.
My great great grandmother was that kind of thing. Yeah, fuck them.
What?
Was
it Cherokee?
a native princess or some bullshit. Yeah, that's what is that?
Oh.
Something, I think that just died.
Oh, it did.
No.
Well, there with that. And so we go out on rough. That's the S word, by the way. That's but there's a huge case in front of the Supreme Court right now that it looks like it's about adoption of Native children, because there's specific laws put into play to protect Native children because they got stolen, right, for decades and decades and decades, right? But but this really is being looked at that's on the face. But it really has more to do with sovereignty, tribal lands, etc. So I really do think that there's a big play for public lands and to break sovereignty of Indian nations.
Sure.
I think there's a huge right-wing push for that right now because they're being sponsored by like the Koch brothers. And Rick Scott's talking about that too, right? The only plan Republicans have put forth in the last 6 years, almost 10 years, is Rick Scott's psycho plan to just sell off all the public land.
Freaking amazing.
Which is bonkers, but I could absolutely see that happening. And it's just, I don't even have words for it. Just bonkers. Yeah. But it's coming. Make no mistake. So,
no, for
the attempt at it, anyway.
For sure. So I don't know why, other than maybe getting some educational benefits or something, some scholarships or something, why your average white person, and I am one, would start to claim, I'm Native, like Todd was saying, my great grandmother was.
Do you know where they're claiming that? Is that like on the census they're saying that, or is that through 23andMe, or
I don't know, because 23andMe would prove that you're not.
That you are. But is the statistic claiming that these people are just saying it?
Just that that the statistic has gone up.
If it's coming to them through 23andMe, then that's when I'd be like, okay, well maybe there is some truth to it, because it knows. I mean, it compares on the genetic level.
It's a pretty big database.
I would think it's just, maybe surveys and stuff. I don't know if it was the census. It's every 10 years, so maybe it was a 10-year period, so maybe that makes sense. When was the last census? It's criminal to lie on the census, but it's
the last census was like the last 2 or 3 years.
I'd say 2018.
So maybe it was... part census, but I don't know if people need to belong to something, or
I think there's
some financial reasons for it, or
I don't know. Geez, if I could move to a res and get 5 acres, I would, and just grow food and give it out. Honest to God. But I'm not interested in taking land that's already been set
aside for something.
Oh my God.
People will look at your light skin and be like, "Are you really though?"
Sure.
But I recently saw a video in the last couple months anyway of there's a bunch of people on TikTok that were all about like Native pride and indigenous people, this, that, and the other. And there's a few people who are claiming to be indigenous, have indigenous family in their family tree, and then a bunch of the other indigenous creators on the platform are like, no, unless you have proof of it, no, you can't do that, you can't sit there and claim, and there's the native people take offense to anybody who's light skinned who claims to be Native.
Yeah, and I don't know, because your life experience, it wouldn't be the same as somebody that grew up on a res.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, I'm 10%, Nez Perce or something that you find out later. It's like, do I get something for that? You know?
After nobody in the family was talking about it, you weren't doing any of the common, cultural things, whatever those might be, right?
And we had Elizabeth Warren, who ran for president. She's a senator out of Massachusetts. Who always was told her whole life that she had Native American ancestry, right? Like some way down the line, and she always just kind of, as a aside, I've got Native, and then it maybe is proved that she didn't, but that was the story.
I don't know whatever it came from that. I know she got ridiculed a lot for it, and I don't know if she had said that she it was written on a loan application or something. I don't remember now, but there was something weird about it. But overall, I don't know. And that just proves my theory that if you say enough words, some of them are going to be dumb.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's just how speaking works.
I think the only thing that I can claim as far as like my family lineage is my grandmother is from Ireland, which means that my mom and my siblings can all get like dual citizenship with Ireland and here in the United States.
Oh, I would.
So it's just a matter of getting a passport from Ireland and traveling there, and then it costs like hundreds of dollars to do all that.
My neighbor did. So
get
she's
dual
now a dual
citizenship and just go
citizen.
back there.
Nice.
Yeah, she's getting her driver's license over there. And when you get your driver's license in Ireland, they make you put a giant L in your back window for a learner. Yeah, but I thought that was funny because it's like, L. Yeah, I know. It's funny. But that's sweet. No, and she got, I think her grandfather had these 10 acres. There's 2 like donkeys on the property. It's like,
nice.
It just looks slow and nice.
Speaking of Ireland, have you guys seen the Banshees of
Colin Farrell
and Brian Gleason?
Yeah, no.
I have heard of it, but I have not watched it.
It is really, really good. Yeah, they both do an awesome job. It takes place in the 20s, I think 1923, end of the Irish War, the Civil War. So it's kind of in the backdrop. But
with the IRA in England and all that.
Yeah, the Troubles. The Troubles happened later, right? Anyway. Yeah, they best friends, and then one day Brian Gleason decides that he doesn't want to be friends anymore because it's like such a small little community where everybody knows everybody. It's like, few hundred people, one cop and stuff. And they're like drinking buddies. They meet up every day and talk about the same shit day after day after day. And Brian Gleason's like, fuck, there's got to be more to life than this. I'm old and I want something better. So he decides he's going to write a great Irish song, but he can't be around Colin Farrell anymore because he doesn't want to hear about his fucking donkey. He doesn't want to hear about, who's drinking what, that kind of stuff. And Colin Farrell's like, what the hell, dude? You're my best friend. We've been friends forever. Why don't you want to be? It's like, dude, you need it. And I mean, he takes some severe, it gets into the ridiculous, but he takes some severe things to break them up. Right. So, and it just kind of goes from there, but it's a really great performances and a fun story. And I think it's about male loneliness, especially when you get older and stuff, right? Who your friends are and all that stuff. But yeah,
I don't know if I want to watch that then, man. That's something I've been dealing with the last few years.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a sad tale. It does not end happy. I know that, but
well, it's Irish.
Yeah, it's Irish.
Hey,
for sure.
Well, I don't know. They wrote the best sad songs, the best sad novels.
Well, you know that Irish drinking songs were like where country music comes from.
Sure.
Old traditional Irish. Whiskey in a Jar was an old Irish drinking song.
Sure. And a great cover by Thin Lizzy.
And Metallica.
Well, that's right.
Metallica did a cover of Thin Lizzy's version.
Yeah.
Thin Lizzy made their version based on the old traditional one.
Right. Yeah, big Thin Lizzy fan. Anyway, what the hell? We got to go all the way back, and there's a minute getting into Irish, and I don't know where we were. But
Native people.
We were talking about the Native American population increased.
Yeah, it's kind of mind-boggling.
That's a lot.
And I don't know what you get out of it if you're putting down that you're some sort of ethnic background to get a bonus.
You should have proof of it.
Yeah, then you're kind of an asshole, right?
Well, I mean,
but if you're just doing
it, a scam's a scam, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you're trying to scam people out of it, then you're a dick. But if you legit have that lineage, then show proof of it. That way, people will leave you the fuck alone.
And I think I've mentioned before, I'm like 99% German, right? It's like just teeny bit of Irish, teeny bit of Scandinavian, teeny bit of French. Everything else is German.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I would try to.
When I did the 23andMe, I was like 98% British, Irish, and then like everything else was just a hodgepodge of Europe and
etc.
West Africa or South. No, yeah, it was West Africa. There was like a 0.001% West African or some shit like that.
Yeah, I'm a total Aryan wet dream, I guess. But
blonde hair, blue eyes. Not really tall, but
That's his porn handle.
Speaking of, I'm gonna trademark that one. Speaking of that kind of stuff, hey, did you know New Mexico is going to become the first state to have an official smell?
Oh,
isn't this ridiculous? So, every state has the song, every state has the bird, every state has a flower. They're going to have the very first smell to their state, and it's going to be like roasted green chilies on a fall day. I mean, it's very specific,
that is
right?
Very specific. That sounds like a ChatGPT bunch of word salad.
Hey,
right?
Didn't we have an official thing from like Tacoma? The aroma of Tacoma is a thing.
Kind of.
Well, it was. It's not so bad anymore.
What was that?
It was a pulp mill.
It was like a pulp factory.
You can still get it on occasion.
Yeah,
it's not as bad as it was.
It's not as frequent as it
we
used
used to
to be.
have the rendering plant in Skyway.
Yeah,
that was rough.
It was like a paper mill or some shit, and every once in a while, it would just smell like fucking rotten flesh.
Yeah, you knew before you hit the Tacoma Dome.
Sure. Now they block that scent with the nonstop construction. Right? They've been fucking up the same roads for the last like 25 years. You can't think, you can't hear, you can't smell. It's like nothing makes any sense. It's chaos all the time.
I-5 is done though. And they're now working on other parts of the roads. It's got down there.
Got to move on to the next thing. But Todd mentioned the aroma of Tacoma, which we all remember as kids. What would Washington State's official? Now we got to take in the whole state.
It's a vast
official
thing.
state?
The official smell of Washington State should be the smell of fresh rain.
Oh, on the summer day.
Yeah, that
summer rain makes you feel fine.
Good thing we're not streaming this.
You can just pipe in. The official.
We get like blocked on.
Well, we would definitely get like dinged for having somebody else's content.
Well, he changed the lyrics because it's summer breeze. So you did summer rain. So you just TM that. Now you can sue them.
That's mine.
You could just say it's a parody, and
that's a Our Town podcast exclusive.
My God, see,
you got to pay for the rights to use that.
Yes,
that's right.
I don't know, because Washington is a vast state, and I guess New Mexico is too, right? They've got mountains, they've got desert, they've got. So it's like hard to find one.
Would apple cider or apple juice or something?
Apple. The smell of applesauce or apple juice.
Bigfoot in 2-hour downpour.
Smells like a wet dog.
Thursday afternoon.
Wet Sasquatch.
Wet Sasquatch.
How about this?
It smells like a moldy sponge.
Clam chowder in a sourdough bread bowl on a rainy Thursday afternoon.
Dude, now
January.
I'm fucking hungry, Charles. Thank you. Oh man, Ivers, if you're watching, we love you, and we would definitely
we take donations.
We would definitely take those. Bread bowl
10% off. Yeah, it doesn't take
clam
much.
chowder. Their salmon chowders are even better, man.
Sure. I'm not a big clam guy, but I do like salmon. Yeah,
they're both amazing. But if I had to choose between the two, I would get the salmon chowder every time.
Chowder in general, corn, potato, whatever you want to put in there.
Yeah. That was one of those things I didn't like as a kid. It was just, it smelled weird. It had a weird consistency to it. But sometime in my 30s, I tried it and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. What is this? And then clam chowder. I was like, what?
Well, then that should be Washington, right? Because it smelled bad when we were kids.
Irish clam chowder is fucking shit, man. It stomps all over New England every day.
Yeah.
Nice. I wouldn't know the difference, to be honest.
Honestly, I can't tell the difference between Ivors and New England clam chowder. They're both really good.
What about the official smell of Renton? Let's come up with it right now.
Now we're talking.
Now, what would be the official smell
it'd be
of our
purple
town?
haze, man.
Purple haze, or like a fresh cut of Magic the Gathering cards.
Nice.
Oh, that's not bad. I was thinking
Freshly
more along the lines of like sweat and desperation, but
That's what that smells like. Yeah.
That's
exactly what that smells like.
Gathering is pretty good.
Yeah, Magic.
And when we have a big salmon run, and then they spawn and then they die.
Does,
so you get a lot of dead salmon on the side of the cedar.
Down by the river,
right under the library there.
Yeah.
But Hasbro or Wizards of the Coast is here in Renton. So
How about jet fuel? Would that be a thing?
That's more of a sound.
You don't really smell that here, though, do you?
No, but I hear them all day, every day.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we're going with the Magic the Gathering fresh deck.
Nice.
A fresh deck of anything from Wizards of the Coast. Really.
Yeah. And if you got something to disagree with us, then let us know. Make a comment. And let us know what you think would be a better smell, official smell.
Yeah, what is the official smell of Renton, people? Yeah, let's get some participation. Well, I'll send you a button. If you participate in this, I will actually mail you a button.
Show the camera the buttons, man.
Awesome buttons. I'll flash one right here.
Ding.
There you go.
So anybody who participates in this, I'll mail you a button in a small, dangerous-looking envelope.
That may or may not be filled with resin.
I bet I got a bunch of stickers and stuff at home, so maybe you'll even get a sticker. So, I'm not going to ask for money on this particular thing, but
make a comment. Do your thing. All right, so we narrowed it down. I'm going to meet with some of the city council members that I know. I think I know all of them, except for
we should have an official smell of Renton. Is that what you're going to talk to them about?
No, I'm just going to let them know. I'm just going to email. I'm going to Facebook them, message them all tonight.
We come up with an official smell of Renton. Yeah. It's Magic the Gathering, a fresh deck of Magic the Gathering from Wizards of the Coast.
Fresh opening. Yeah. Right on.
I still think rain. The smell of rain on a spring day
should be a lot of memories of that
the state smell.
Can we combine them?
Well, I don't usually play Magic in the rain.
I don't either. I've only played Magic one time. I've only played it one time, and there were so many things happening. It's like I'm not going to remember all this shit.
No, it takes a minute to get used to it, and it's just like second nature.
And it's not a cheap hobby. Let's put it that way. That's another reason why I didn't get into it.
That's true.
My cousin Robbie has like a suitcase filled with Magic the Gathering cards.
Nice.
Like, it's a heavy fucking bag.
No, once you start, you can't stop.
Yeah.
I get you.
And he's like, I say, hey, you could probably sell some of those and make some money and whatever else. He's like, yeah, they always want to like lowball me on prices. Like, they're trying to make money too, dude.
I'd be like, how dare you?
Yeah,
that's exactly how you sell your kids.
Yeah, you can't sell to a dealer because they got to mark it up. You just sell it.
You got to sell it on like Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or something if you want to actually make money.
Yeah, because you sell to somebody who actually wants that card.
Yeah, and he's got so many cards. I don't even know if he knows all of what he has. So, but yeah,
right on.
Never a game I got into.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so somehow we're going to combine it. It might be a musty smell of cards if you're playing it in the rain and you put them away.
Oh, man.
I don't know.
Yeah. I still think just the smell of rain after the rain is over with. that smell of the pavement and
kind of ozone. It's kind of just relief. It just feels like
that's why I love
Western Washington. To be honest,
it's not a terrible smell.
Oh yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah,
just everything's kind of fresh.
Any other news that you guys came across? Any exciting things that you were like, oh my god?
I'm sure, but I can't really think of anything.
We talked about like the Super Bowl stuff last week, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, because the only thing I can think of is like the commercials and stuff from that. Now there's rumors of George Clooney being in the Flash movie as one of the many versions of Batman.
Oh.
So I'm hoping that's kind of true, because
that would be interesting.
Is that the Joel Schumacher years?
Yeah, the Bat Nipples.
The one movie, yeah.
Well, I mean, he did
that
two.
With Mr. Freeze?
He did do two.
He did two.
It was Val Kilmer that did one.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there was two Schumacher movies, but one was Kilmer and one was Clooney.
Oh, yeah, okay. No, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, all I've really been doing is watching movies and TV shows and stuff. I recently started watching Lilyhammer on Netflix.
Oh.
So it's a fun show.
I thought they were pulling that off of Netflix.
It's still there.
That's Little Stevie. E Street Band.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. And he's
Van
witness
Zandt.
protection.
Yeah. He's a mobster.
He's a mobster from the other mobster show. I think it's the same character even, but he goes into witness protection and decides, I saw Lilyhammer on the Olympics at one year. And I want to go there, and he doesn't realize how fucking cold it is over there.
Is that Switzerland? Where's Lilyhammer?
Norway.
It's in Norway, yeah. And majority of the show is subtitled because it's all in Norse, whatever language called.
Yeah. I read his biography, and he talks about doing that show and how it was like working with the Norwegian crew.
Right.
Trying the producers and stuff, trying to get this thing made and going to Netflix and selling them on the idea and stuff. And Netflix, to their credit, took a chance on it. And I think they did, 2 or 3 seasons?
3. I just started season 3 today.
Yeah.
This morning.
Well, Todd opened up our share and tell segment. I watched... I think I told you guys about Vox Machina last week.
Oh, yeah.
We started watching, the wife and I started watching Poker Face. And
That's
I might have talked about this.
Sure.
I'm really, really enjoying that.
Next episode comes out tomorrow.
Yeah, we're not caught up. We're still on season 1. But I normally don't like, is it Natasha Lyonne?
Yeah,
Natasha Lyonne.
The voice
yeah.
just kind of throws me, but she's actually perfect for the role.
Yeah.
And does a really good job. And I just love the way the show's lined out, and I love the guest stars that they've had. They had Judith Light and S. Apatha from Law and Order were in an episode. I think that was the last one we watched.
Judith Light from Who's the Boss?
Who's the Boss?
Yeah, great.
And she plays just a whacked out domestic terrorist kind of lady from the 60s, and it's just
that episode. Yeah.
It was a funny episode.
I didn't recognize either one of those ladies. Which one is she?
She's the white lady, Judith Light. She's in the wheelchair.
Right.
She was Tony Maselli's boss, and Who's the Boss? And then S. Apatha, and I can't remember her last name, but
she was the mom on Who's the Boss?
Well, she was Danny Pintero's. She was the boss.
Yeah, she was the
head of the household, the blonde lady.
Yeah, no, the mom of the kids.
Yeah, because Mona.
Well, Tony had his kid, and she had a son.
And then the redhead mama, the grandma.
Mona. Yeah.
That was her? Holy shit, I didn't recognize her.
Yeah. Well,
actor.
dark hair and a bit older, so.
A lot older.
That's on HBO Max. What is that on?
It's on Peacock.
I think it's on Peacock. Yeah. So I've been watching that a lot.
It's like rated R NBC, basically, right?
Yeah.
There's lots of swearing and blood and guts and violence and stuff. Yeah.
But they had other really good guest stars on that as well. And I'm trying to remember. It's famous faces that you go, oh yeah, that guy from such and such.
Lil Rel shows up in a later episode. He's a comedian, black dude. But did you see the one where it was the band that was going on tour?
Yes, that was a good one. I think
that was probably my favorite episode.
Yeah.
And what's I'm trying to explain to people what the show's like. It's essentially like Columbo, if Columbo was a redhead with
alcohol problems.
Yeah, I was just trying to think of a nicer way.
Superpower, right?
Yeah. And has that, this can tell when you're lying, but I find it fascinating because they show us the crime ahead of time, right? Instead, as opposed to like, giving us clues.
She shows up in the last 10 minutes of the episode, and she's basically being Columbo the whole time. Like, let me ask you a few questions.
Yeah. Just can't give it up. Yeah.
Russian Doll's great.
I haven't seen that either.
It's excellent. It's excellent.
Yeah,
and the premise is crazy.
It's basically,
she pulls it off.
It's basically Groundhog Day with her.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, and she dies in every episode, like several times.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. There was another show I wanted to tell you guys about, but it'll come to me. Mike, anything new and exciting that you've come across, or you just been working too much?
Well, I've been working, but I've been listening to Sam Spade.
Oh.
Radio dramas from the 50s, late 40s, 50s, because they're funny. They're quippy, but not completely quippy.
Yeah.
And the Howard Duff years, where he's Sam Spade, are great. He does a great job. So,
interesting.
What else? And then I watched something last night. I think it was called either This Is How It Ends or How It Ends, about like a meteor's going to crash into the Earth. So this lady in L.A. just kind of walks around to make amends or talk to her parents, and just runs across a bunch of L.A. comedy people. Fred Armisen's in it.
Yeah.
You recognize a bunch of people in it as she's just walking through neighborhoods and coming across people. So it's the last couple of hours of just existence on her.
Yeah. And what would you do?
Yeah, and it was clever and it was fun. And
what was it called?
I think it's either This Is How It Ends or How It Ends.
Okay, I think I have seen that. Is Frodo in it?
No, but one of the kids from Stranger Things is briefly.
Okay.
And then it's her and, Fred Armisen's in it. He's probably the biggest name.
Yeah.
God bless Fred Armisen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah, but I enjoyed that. Yeah.
I caught the first 2 episodes of season 2 of Carnival Row, which is on Amazon.
Sure. Yeah.
Orlando
not Frodo,
Bloom.
That's Legolas.
Yeah. And he's was it like, would you say turn of the century, kind of like
It's kind of steampunky.
Victorian era.
Yeah.
And it's like if fairy creatures were real, and they're treated like subhuman,
second class,
third class citizens and shit. It's a really good show.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. Yeah,
I saw the first season of it.
Yeah, me too.
They're on the last season, which is 3 right now, right?
No, I think this is season 2.
Oh,
yeah, beats me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's season 2. Yeah, season 2.
Carnival.
It just started last week. And
okay. I watched the other thing. Silent Night, Violent Night.
Is that what
I think is the title, where Santa Claus is.
Oh, Violent Night. Yeah.
Is it just Violent Night?
It's just Violent Night.
Okay.
It's the dude from
Stranger Things.
It's the sheriff.
Oh, Hopper. Yeah,
Hopper,
yeah. No, I like that guy.
Or Hellboy.
Oh, yeah.
He was Hellboy too.
Yeah, I wasn't big a fan of that Hellboy, but
it was all right. It was.
And they're going to reboot that again.
They are. Yeah. But no, the Silent Night or Violent Night is fantastic. It's essentially like, what if Kevin McAllister was like a middle-aged man.
Nice.
So, and he legitimately is Santa Claus in this movie, and like he's starting to burn out a little bit.
His wife has died. Mrs. Claus is dead. He's an alcoholic.
Yeah.
They I don't think she's actually dead.
Yeah, he talks about her being dead, passed.
I don't remember that. Yeah. I assumed.
And Leguizamo's the heavy
the bad guy.
The main bad guy.
I interpreted it as her left him. She left him. But I
thought she passed, and maybe I misinterpreted that. But
remember when he got his hammer back at the very end with a note?
Oh, you're killing me.
Yeah, but I thought it was the elves that just because the reindeer went back. I thought somebody, but maybe
I thought it was her.
Maybe right. I don't know.
But yeah, it's a great movie, and he's resting in this mansion because he's like in between houses, and he
finds one of those what's the
like an Airbnb?
No. It's like a massage chair from.
You know those ones you see at the mall?
Yeah, the mall. What's the name of the company that sells all the fancy, crazy stuff?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Sharper Image.
Sharper Image. Nice. He finds like a Sharper Image, and he gets in and he falls asleep.
And he's like a legit Santa Claus. So he's at a bar having a drink, and he looks over and says, "What was it? There was a dude or a woman? I can't remember, but he was like, 'Hey, how you doing? Did you I remember you got blah 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 for Christmas when you were like 8.
Well, I remember the bartender lady's like,
Maybe that's what it was.
Here, so I don't have to stop by later. Here's the gift for your grandkid, something like that. And it's already like addressed to him.
I might be confusing the Tim Allen thing too.
Yeah.
But
yeah, he goes in and kicks ass because he's Santa Claus, and he has to destroy like a bunch of mercenaries and army guys and stuff, and
so
kicks ass.
Right on.
So what happens is because he's like in a drunken stupor, he passes out after he's given the gifts under the tree in this mansion, and the people who live in that house, or the grandchild of the people who live in that house, had a little two-way radio, and she was told that this is a radio that goes straight to Santa Claus. And he hears her like asking for help from Dad's radio.
The grandma is the mom from Vacation. What's her name?
Beverly D'Angelo.
D'Angelo's like, and she's a bitch in the thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she
can't understand normal thinking.
Super rich lady, and everybody's sucking up. The daughter of her daughter is from the Danny McBride show, the Mighty Gemstones. If you've ever watched that,
I watched that.
And she plays the same character where she's trying to suck up to Mom, I want the money, Mom. What do you need from me? And her husband is like a failed actor, but he's really funny in it.
Yeah, he's really trying. He's trying hard, very hard to be able to do a bunch of shit.
But just watching Santa Claus just kick ass, especially with the sledgehammer.
Oh man!
And the little girl, she does the Kevin McAllister thing. She sets up all these little traps for the bad guys, and that was probably my favoriteest part.
Right? Yeah.
Right.
Well,
the guy taking the nail into the.
Oh man!
Yeah, and then there's a few like brain fart throwback sequences where he just remembering his old days where he was a Viking. He's like a berserker. Santa Claus was a berserker, and that to me is fucking awesome. Yeah,
he's mellowed in his old age.
Yeah, so check it out. I think it's streaming on HBO Max, or it might have been on Peacock.
I think it's on HBO Max.
Yeah,
I think it's HBO Max. Either way, you can buy it on Amazon. Just buy the damn movie. Honestly, it's so fucking good.
It may be a Christmas tradition.
Nice.
Oh, it's definitely going to be on the top 2 Christmas movies that I watch every year now.
Yeah, I liked him in Black Widow. They did a great job.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Oh, yeah. He was trying to squeeze into the suit. And
everything. It still fits. And it's his pudges like coming out underneath his shirt.
Yeah, but when he's in prison, getting a lot of love. Oh, yeah. No.
He left a lot of weight for season 4 of Stranger Things.
No, I don't know. I mean, even for... what was the other thing? Hellboy and stuff,
I didn't hate that one. I didn't
hate it. They just tried to stuff too much into it. That's like The Hunt. It was like 2 different arcs, each of which is like a big deal.
Yeah.
So it's like, because Hellboy's a good book.
What it felt like to me is like they tried to squish the 2 first movies into one. The Golden Army and the original movie. So
I forgot about Golden Army.
Those are both great movies.
They are in their practical effects. You know what I mean? It's like back in the olden days.
Ron Perlman, he
was born to be Hellboy. Are you kidding me? He's a barrel body,
dude.
He was designed to be Hellboy in some eternal furnace in the sky.
Did either of you see his reaction to people asking him about the new movie? He's like, "Yeah, I'm not in it. Stop fucking asking me."
Nice.
Because he's what, 70 something now?
Mid-60s, I think. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, City of Lost Children. It's like,
but with all that red makeup, man.
But he's just got a big square head. It's great. I just don't know if he wants to, I don't know, go through 6 hours of makeup a day anymore, right? It's like, because he doesn't have to. That guy, he's doing just fine.
Yeah.
Looks like a Mancoon cat. It's fucking funny, or vice versa, I guess. Yeah, no, I like that guy. Roman's good people. Yeah, City of Lost Children's a great movie. That's been a while.
Yeah,
with the like super fleas and shit. It's got all sorts of crazy shit in it.
Yeah. He was also in Enemy at the Gates. Do you remember that? That was pretty good.
I never saw that with Jude Law.
Yeah, he was the sniper.
He was also in Blade 2. He was one of the one of the vampires that were in the elite group that were trying to hunt down.
Right.
Blade 2 is the Guillermo del Toro film.
That
was it?
Yeah, it was. It was
him?
You can tell the faces come open and
that's right.
He loves that guy.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. Right on. All right. Anybody else got anything else that they want to share and tell the audience out there? Anything that you've come across? If not, it's all good.
I saw some cool bands last weekend. Jeez,
nice.
It seems so long. Lucky it was a good show.
Yeah.
So one dude ended up kind of crawling around on the floor and shit. It's one of the singers for one of the bands.
Yeah.
It's just
Did
like
you
not
drink
recommended.
a little too much? Or?
No, it was all part of the shtick. It was great. Yeah. Yeah, they were going for it.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was good.
All right.
So, but now I've got a GoPro, so you'll be able to see what I see.
And
evidently very short clips.
Okay.
Because the GoPros get hot. So I'm still learning.
Get hot and shut down.
I think they do. Did it come back to life?
It's got a red light now.
I don't know what it's going. It might be. It might not be. The world may never know.
1, 2, 3.
And if I've learned nothing from movies and TV, when a machine has a red light, that's bad because a machine will be nice and happy-go-lucky with like clear eyes, but then the minute it goes bad, it's
gotcha.
a red
when the eyes are red, every
time.
Yeah.
Didn't they come across a Sith-speaking protocol droid or whatever, and his eyes were red?
Well, I mean, when it was C-3PO, when he knew how to speak it, but then he wasn't allowed to.
It was forbidden.
So when they disabled that, his eyes started glowing red, and he was speaking that tongue.
Right.
Yeah.
Huh. The only protocol droid who really matters.
C-3PO.
Oh, yeah. Anthony Daniels.
Yeah.
Still Anthony Daniels, or is it
always Anthony Daniels? I think there's only been 1 or 2 times where it wasn't him. Where he was the voice. I mean, I think
because you could put anybody in the suit, right?
I mean, I think the only time it wasn't him was like in a video game or something.
Sure.
The voice of C-3PO.
Yeah.
But I think as far as Ron Perlman, I think he's going to be in the new. He looks like he's in an episode of Poker Face too.
Something to look forward to in life.
Nice. See,
I now fear death again.
He's in.
JK.
He's got a bunch of. He's going to be in the Rise of the Beasts, the new Transformer movie coming out this year.
I bet they make him play a gorilla Decepticon. I'll bet you $1. He's like, motherfuckers, why am I the gorilla?
Actually, I mean, you're almost correct. He's playing. He's legitimately Optimus Primal, the gorilla.
Foreshadow.
Jeez. Because, I mean, it's typecasting. It's like,
what else do you see in your crystal ball, Mike?
It's like he's always...
Future Ron Perlman, it just comes to me.
He just...
Karnak.
And if you've never seen the trailer for it, he's the giant fucking silverback, just massive.
Well, I have not seen the trailer unless, I don't know. I think my phone throws things into my brain when I'm not looking, but, not that I'm aware of.
That Amazon
I didn't know there's another, I mean, I guess I got to figure there's gonna be, but a new Transformer.
They just released the trailer, I think, on the big game, actually.
Oh.
How many Transformer movies are there?
I don't know. I want to see.
This is going to be, I think, number 8.
Of the modern ones.
What? Because there was like the first 5 or 6. No, there were 6 of the Michael Bay Transformer movies.
Are they all Michael Bay?
Yeah. Oh. And then Bumblebee, which was kind of the soft reboot of the series.
Okay. God, there was 5 of the Michael Bay, and that was like the Shia LaBeouf to
Shia LaBeouf in the first 3.
Oh.
The first 3, and then
I don't think I've seen
4, 5, and I think 6 were Mocky Mock. And
they're popcorn movies, right?
2 of my actors that I don't enjoy
that's right. Both those guys were on here
from last week. Right?
Yeah. Actually, of those first 6, the one I thought was the best was the last one, which was it was the one where they integrated the story of King Arthur. And Knights of the Round Table.
And it had Sir Anthony Hopkins in it.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I don't know if I've seen that whole movie. Maybe.
I really enjoyed it, largely because like they tried to the Knights of the Round Table were Transformers.
Oh.
What?
Yeah. So if you haven't watched it, you should definitely watch it.
All right.
Can it stand alone, or do you have to watch?
You don't have to watch any of the other ones. I mean, it doesn't hurt to watch the other ones, but you don't have to.
They're just big,
I don't think I could
splashy popcorn movies.
I mean,
it's like,
and Mark Wahlberg is not as well. He is in it most of it, but he's not as prevalent as he was in the first two that he did.
Okay. And don't forget Transformers, the movie from '86?
The Transformers, the movie, yeah, from 1986.
Yeah, with Orson Welles, man.
Orson Welles is Unicron.
Yeah.
The best thing about that movie is if you've never watched the behind the scenes stuff, they talk about how he goes like, because I'm such a huge planet and I'm talking, I shouldn't be yelling or talking so loud because then I'll be blasting at everybody's ears. So he whispered the whole way through the show, through the whole movie, and they had to amplify his voice because he was so quiet. And he was like, "I've summoned you here for a purpose," and it was so quiet. They had to amplify it so you could hear him.
Yeah.
All
right.
That was legitimately his last movie ever.
Yeah.
The Transformers, the movie.
Yeah, way to go out.
Oh, yeah, no, that guy. He's
oh, shit, what are we going to do now?
Oh, speaking of old-time radio, because you've seen The Third Man, of course. Okay, but he did a prequel radio program, The Adventures of Harry... oh, crap, now I just forgot his name. Who's the...
Yeah.
Not Harry Nile, that's a modern guy. Lime. Harry Lime is his character in The Third Man, and he's just a scoundrel. I mean, in the movie, because it starts out with him die, right? So I'm not breaking anything, but he's like selling fake penicillin to like children's hospitals. I mean, he's gone way over the deep end.
Wow.
But in the radio program, he's just a scoundrel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's much more palatable.
Right.
But
he's a cad.
But he hasn't gone to doing like stuff where people are dying.
Right.
He's always just trying to, because he's just kind of that guy.
Nice.
But yeah, no, they're great.
Right on.
Yeah, Harry Lime.
Okay.
And Orson Welles is just a talented guy.
Where do you listen to
there's a million different apps for it.
Sure.
Just like old-time radio, that kind of OTR, they call it.
Okay.
And I have an app that I think was 99 cents. So they've just cataloged all these shows.
Okay.
Typically by genre or whatever. But yeah, no, it's great. And so, because all those are public domain at this point, but
you can probably find them on a podcast app too.
Yeah, on yep, and stuff like that. So, which I also do, and one of them is just Detectives of Old Time Radio, and that guy has the worst voice of all time. He's going to fight me now, but
is he still alive?
Oh yeah, no, he's still. He still has like 3,000 episodes.
The host of the show.
The host of the show.
Okay,
yeah.
I thought you're like these old timey radios. Like
no, they generally have really good voices, and it's a good gig. But man, the host, it is me and Clymer just like look at each other every time. Welcome back. It's like, what the fuck are you doing with the microphone, man? It's like, but he does. He's award-winning. He's got an award-winning podcast.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And God bless him. Thank you for doing it. I listen to your shit, so can't get too mad at it.
And you paid for it.
Yeah. yeah. Come on.
They paid for that shit.
No, I mean, really.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody got any fun, positive things to end this glorious week on?
I think this week, is it either this weekend or next weekend, is the Renton City Retro, which is basically it's going to be here in downtown Renton, and it's all retro gaming and pop culture shit, and
at the Piazza.
At the Piazza, yeah. It's just going to be just a giant like vendor room of cool stuff. So you just do a Google search for Renton City Retro, and I'm sure you'll find all the information you need.
Come on down to
video,
Little Renton.
Tabletop stuff, all sorts of stuff. Yeah,
I think I sold games there before COVID.
Yeah, I think the last year I went to, somebody had a bunch of like old computers. I mean, like old, like Atari and like Commodore 64 type old computers, and then some newer ones too. But everything older than 30 years as far as hardware goes.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That they were selling?
Selling, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Atari, what is it, 800? and then the Atari 1600 or something.
We had the 1600 as a kid.
We had
the cool kids on the block.
Yeah,
we had the 2600, which is the one that...
Oh, 2600.
The one that had all the cartridge video games.
Yeah,
but then they had like the Atari computers is what I was really referring to. They had, which was nicer than the 2600 because it was also a personal computer as well as
those?
It was like the Atari version of the Commodore 64.
Yeah, Commodore 64.
Yeah, we had the neighbors had the Commodore 64.
Yeah, and then the Amiga, right, was the big cousin to that.
We had the Texas Instruments version, which was TI-99, I think was what it was.
Something.
I remember spending 4 hours copying this code, this BASIC, onto the computer to do a thing, and it was programming, and I was like, this is going to be fun. I'm like, I was typing all this stuff in, and it didn't work, and then I had to find the code that I mistyped, and then so that's why it took 4 hours, because I had to find where I fucked up.
It's a nightmare. And everybody who yells about Bill Gates is like, nobody's going back to that.
Right.
We love Windows.
Yeah.
And the thing is like, after I was finally done with it, all it was a little fucking pixel of a dude dancing. I was so fucking mad. It was like
time well spent.
Yeah.
4 hours of typing for it to do that. I was expecting some, basic game like something, but it was just
fishing or something.
Yeah, something, but it was just a little dancing pixel.
Pad of paper and doing the little cartoon guy. It's like that's 2 hours into that fucking shit.
Little flip book. Yeah. I pity the fool that mess with that. All right. Yeah. Stay safe out there, everybody.
Yeah,
it's getting cold again.
Yeah.
Take care of one another.
Bill's gone. We could ask him how traffic is.
I'm sure. And you gotta listen to this and be motherfucker.
We won't get no Bill. We'll just let a call out. Hi, Bill.
Hi, Bill. And go to our RentonCivicTheatre.org and check out upcoming events and donate to the theater because they can use it.
Trouble again.
Oh, boy. No.
So yeah, honestly, after you donate, subscribe, to Our Town Podcast Extraordinaire, then whatever you got left over in the change drawer there.
Yeah. And let's be honest, folks, it's not our members thing is not that expensive. It's cheaper than getting a cup of Starbucks.
Drip.
I mean,
honest.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cheaper. It's cheaper than the smallest cup at Costco or at Starbucks.
Yeah, we got a new mic video up, I think, and we got a bunch of blogs that we've done.
I've posted some videos for the Derp and Todd and Derp.
Has
stuff.
Derp made some new videos?
I found this really funny sound of
Bring us the Derp.
Yes.
Yeah, it's posted elsewhere too, but it's also on there. But
yeah, but as Mike mentioned, subscribe, comment, like, put on the little dinger bell to let you know when a new something drops.
Follow and like and all that. Yeah.
Join our members for $3. It's only $3.
$3 a month, or was it $30 a year? Do the annual one, guys. It's a better deal, man. If you do the annual, then you don't have to worry about it for 12 whole months, and it's only $30. It's only $30. That's not bad.
$30.
Yeah. We won't bug you again for at least
another week. We'll talk about this next week too.
It's a decent insurance policy against me bugging.
And we're not sending you a tote bag that you're never going to use.
Yeah, but if you do something like extraordinary with fundage, I will certainly send you something cool. Right, no doubt about it.
There's also our store too, ourtownpod.store.
Yeah.
So get our stickers.
Yeah, more buttons
and buttons going up.
Yeah,
stickers. Get your stickers. Stickers.
Yeah.
Stick them everywhere. And tell your friends and family.
Stick them everywhere.
And to listen to the show.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, guys. Happy Wednesday. Happy Friday when this drops. Yeah. Yes. And we'll leave it there until next week.
Thanks, everybody.
Good job, guys.
Thanks.
Bye.